Every time you say yes to someone or something, when you really mean no, you abandon yourself. And no amount of approval or acceptance from anyone or anything is worth your self-respect and your inner peace. Are you a people pleaser? My name is Ed Hegan. I'm a former New York City firefighter, and I'm also a former people pleaser. But I don't mess with that anymore. But I do remember how difficult it was to set healthy boundaries. And as a mindfulness meditation guide, I want to raise some awareness around this topic, because I remember how easy it was to confuse this idea with being liked and also feeling safe. And so, as a younger person wanting to feel a sense of belonging and acceptance, we can sometimes compromise the truth of who we are so that other people might like us and accept us. We think if we just keep the peace, if we're agreeable and we don't disappoint anybody, that we might finally feel the love and acceptance we've always wanted. But people-pleasing isn't peace. It's performance. And it comes at a really high cost to our nervous system, our energy, our self-respect, and the truth and authenticity of who we really are. So setting boundaries isn't a mean thing to do. It's not rejection. It's an opportunity for us to come home to ourselves and live more in alignment with our truth and authenticity. So let's share a few deep, grounding breaths. First, exhale all the air out of our lungs. Inhale slowly through the nose and fill your belly. And release any stress or tension you're carrying. Slowly inhale through the nose. You're allowed to take up as much space as you want. And you can release the need to be everything for everyone. One more slow breath into the belly. Feel it deeply in your belly, your chest, your spine, and release knowing that you are here. You are worthy. You are enough. And breathing deeply and becoming present and aware for these meditations is an important way to just keep ourselves connected to our body, our breath, the present moment, and each other. And we'll review some key points that might resonate with you so we can understand some of our patterns and our behavior. Because people-pleasing, although it might seem like it's kindness, it's really just dressed up as kindness. In truth, it's self-abandonment, where we forfeit the truth of who we are so that someone might like us and accept us. And when we people-please, we're not really being honest. We're more being strategic in the way that we're approaching something. There's actually a covert aspect and a disingenuous aspect to people-pleasing where we're not really being truthful. And so in that way, it's not a genuine connection. If we have to lie to be liked, if we have to pretend to be something we're not, if we have to bend ourselves and contort ourselves into trying to be something that doesn't feel natural, then a couple of things happen. We're not going to be genuinely liked for the truth of who we are. And if we are liked, the people that are liking us are not liking the truth of who we are. They're liking some version that we're presenting that we think they might like. So they're not liking the truth. And if you are daring to be truthful and authentic and people do like you, well, then you know that they love you and like you and accept you for who you are. And the truth is, we'd rather have a few beautiful, loyal, genuine connections with people that truly love and accept us for who we are than to receive the attention, affection, and approval of the world for being something that we're not, for loving a lie. So one way to understand where we lack this genuine connection, if we're not being honest about who we are, is that we can set boundaries. And setting boundaries are ways for us to kind of set limits and checks on how we will act toward other people and how we will expect others to act toward us. And so there's clarity in boundaries. They're not walls. It just gives us some clarity to understand that this is what honors the truth of who I am. So every time you honor a boundary, you build trust with yourself. You build self-respect. And so when you say no to someone, this could be a sacred way of saying yes to yourself. Because you're not responsible for managing other people's emotions. And I'm going to say that again because I probably need to hear it. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions. I know that you feel that you are. I know that you feel like making sure that so-and-so is not upset with you and making sure that he's not mad at you or she's not mad at you. I know it feels like your responsibility. I know it feels like it's something you want to do to make other people happy. But people-pleasing keeps you small so that others can just feel slightly comfortable. But the truth is, you're divine in nature. You are unique. And your soul did not come here to stay small and pretend to be something that it's not. And the right people, they're not going to leave you when you tell the truth. They'll lean in. They will learn to love you. They will want to discover those authentic and vulnerable parts of you. They'll really want to know the truth of who you are. And that's how you'll know that you're in good company, because you'll feel the truth of who you are will emerge in a more natural way. You'll feel more comfortable in your own skin, being who you are, acting in your own way, daring to express yourself creatively, or just have fun with it and feel more relaxed and at ease in your body. And understand, being liked is not really the same as being loved. We can pretend to be these things that we're not, and people might like us or think we're funny, or they might see value in us. And so we might think, okay, well, I have something to offer that's of value. But the truth is, when we tie our value to acting in accordance with ways that are not authentic, again, we're spending a ridiculous amount of time and energy trying to be something that we're not, which is exhausting. And ultimately, it doesn't create genuine and real connections. So daring to express the authenticity of who we are can allow us to be loved genuinely for who we are, which is more important than being liked for being some caricature of something we're not. And remember that the peace of mind that you want from being authentically yourself is important. And so forfeiting that and giving that up so that someone can temporarily feel comfortable, or you're afraid someone's mad at you, so you temporarily abandon yourself to give them comfort, it's not healthy. It will ultimately force us to betray ourselves, and we'll feel that. So remember, you don't have to explain, justify, or soften your boundaries for anybody. You can keep those boundaries in place and know that the right people will love and respect you and respect those boundaries. You weren't born to just be accepted and approved of by other people. You were born to be real, to dare to be the authentic version of yourself. Think about it. The Creator, God, the universe, the source, whatever you want to call it. Even if you're an atheist, it doesn't matter. You were created. Whatever created you to have unique, authentic beliefs, thoughts, feelings, expressions, creativity, whatever it is. We each have a different fingerprint, a different iris print. We're different. Each one of us are different. We're very much the same, but we're also very different. And if the Creator created us to be different, what happens when we abandon that unique gift? What happens when we stifle and shut down the truth of who we are to be liked. What happens if we take this unique gift that we've been given, this divine nature, and we squander it, we hide it, we stuff it down because we're afraid of revealing that truth to the world? We abandon ourselves. We neglect the gift that we've been given, and in some ways that is a sin. Because the truth is, we were brought here as unique individuals, all of us having this divine uniqueness in some ways. Yes, you are a special little snowflake in some ways. Yes, you are. And you can explore that. And you can play with that. And you can express through that. And you can become a more authentic version of yourself. You can let go of the masks you've been wearing. You can let go of the costumes that you put on to impress other people. And imagine the sigh of relief of just like, feeling like you don't have to carry around that weight of pretending to be something you're not anymore. You can just be yourself. And if they like you and accept you, great. And if they don't, F them. Who cares? They're not your people anyway. If they're not loving and accepting you for the truth of who you are, they're not your people. So if you lose some friends because you dare to speak your truth or live in your truth, or you dare to be authentic, you're not losing anything. And if you do lose a friend or you do lose a social connection, in that opening, in that space, as you continue to be authentic and allow yourself to live in the truth and the light of your authenticity and your divine nature, you will attract people and things into your life that you've never experienced before by daring to reveal the truth of who you are. And so when you stop people pleasing, something really powerful happens. You begin to live in alignment, not with others' expectations, but you start to live in alignment with your own truth. You stop contorting yourself. You stop apologizing. You stop making excuses. You stop explaining yourself. And you start living as someone who deeply respects the person in the mirror. And that, my friend, is what true confidence feels like. And just imagine you're more closer to the divine nature in yourself when you act in accordance with gifts that you've been given. And if you have trouble with this because of the way that you were taught when you were young, if you grew up to be a people pleaser, to receive love and affection, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the people that raised you didn't clearly love you for the truth of who you are. And if you're having trouble and feeling stuck with it, you don't have to walk this path alone, brother. You can reach out. You can sign up for a free consultation at edwoodstock.com, and we can do some one-on-one work, or we can deepen this meditation practice where you can maybe sit with some of the feelings that come up when you think about the ways in which you people please, and find more effective ways to hold space for that part of you that is afraid to be vulnerable and authentic, and to slowly and gently invite the truth and the authenticity of who you are to be revealed, to dare to share your vulnerabilities, your creativity, your true essence with others. It might be the best gift that you ever give to yourself, daring to reveal the truth of who you are to whoever you encounter on this life path. And in that way, we won't abandon ourselves the way that we were abandoned as kids. And when we deepen our self-love and our self-care, we have a more solid connection with ourselves as we vow to not abandon ourselves ever again. And as you know, it's really important that we do this work, practice self-awareness, breathe deeply, take full responsibility and accountability for the ways that we've been acting and behaving. And when we realize we're stuck, we can recognize that no one's coming to save us, but that we're here to guide each other and to support each other through the tough times. So I hope this message helps. If you know of someone that might benefit from this message, please send it to them. Like, share, subscribe. And I'm proud of you for showing up today, because this is an opportunity to continue to practice self-care so we can take care of ourselves and each other.